Hey guys, it's Patrick Carr with TAP TV, and we're back out on the shop floor at the Magpul booth, taking a look at 10 years of the PMAG with Nick.
How's it going?
So we're going to kind of take a quick overlook at the major developments of the PMAG. Obviously, there are a lot of minor developments that have happened over the years as well.
Yeah.
But so I guess let's start at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. So this kind of short section is based for everything pre-2007, before the PMAG. It all started in 2004. We started making upgrades to the USGI after we kind of identified some issues. So this guy's got the upgraded USGI that we were working on, very early printed prototype of the original PMAG 30, and then one of the first shots off the mold from 2006. Then we debuted the actual PMAG in SHOT Show 2007. Same time, we kind of had some of the translucent 20-round prototype coming out. Next year, we were already upgrading from that original PMAG. So this is one of the first prototypes of the MREV mag that we actually shot. Experimenting with colors. This is a very early 40-round prototype.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's cool.
But we actually released back then at SHOT Show, but we didn't actually release
now,
until much later.
I know these color variants. There's some collectors out there that go nuts for those things. I've seen some PMAGs go for like $200-$300.
Yep.
Because they're like the rare blue one or the rare orange one.
Right.
And then you guys came out with the sand, and then
Yeah. That was the hope, was that it would kind of. A lot of these were never sold, in large quantities or even at all, and some of them are just kind of floating. Like the translucents were never sold; they were just given to some industry people to test, and kind of made their way out there. Those are. We only had one or two around the office.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So then in 2009, you guys rolled out the M2s, right?
Yep. So that is MREV, it was called at the time. Released it windowed and non-windowed. And since then, kind of that's been our standard. We still sell those. They're called the MOMAGs now.
Right.
Yeah. Also have a quad mag prototype. We've never showed those before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Some people know that it exists because some patents were found and stuff like that, but we've never actually showed it.
Thanks, patent nerds.
Yeah.
In AICS.
Very early prototype.
Wow.
Before we actually kind of got into it, we've always been playing with different things.
Well, I like it. That's awesome. So the EMAG was selected by the UK because the PMAG wouldn't fit into the L85s, I believe.
Correct, yeah. So the SA-80 was being used by the entire, basically, United Kingdom special, basically all of their fighting soldiers. So this is actually not the one we sold them. This one's got a UK flag on it.
Right.
But that was like commemorative kind of thing.
Right, so the original EMAG, I don't think it had the flag down to the bottom.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it would have been that one.
Yeah, it's basically this guy.
Yep.
So more translucent experimentation. We actually have been playing with translucent materials for the entire time.
I feel like you're hinting at maybe something coming.
No
come
hints.
on.
We don't hint.
Oh wow, an EMAG used on the Bin Laden raid. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. So this was carried by one of the guys who went on the Bin Laden raid. This is not the one, or anything like that.
I would expect it to be.
Yeah. So we actually have some early M3 prototypes coming out.
Yeah, it looks like you got a 3D printed one up there at the top.
That is actually the 6.8 mag.
Oh, okay.
And what's funny is the 6.8 mag actually gave the M3 a lot of its current design style and stuff like that. So these ribs and the dot matrix showed up on the 6.8 first in development. We actually released the M3 first.
Oh, okay.
But some of the things that happened to the M3. This is also an even slimmer floor plate that we ended up.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Early on.
And then we've got some kind of the Gen 3.
Yep. 2012 is Gen M3 releases. And we have some test data on here. So like in Gen M3 is kind of interesting. We had 36,000 rounds fired through 6 different magazines, so 6,000 per magazine for 3 different guns, and that's just incredible. Part of the endurance test.
Taking a look at your development cycle, it seems like every year you guys made incremental improvements to the magazine.
Yeah.
And since 2012, the Gen 3s have really been the go-to mag.
Right.
And it's a little bit past a year now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that coming in the future that we might see some more interesting stuff. I know you guys are focused more on the higher capacity mags, though.
Yeah. So definitely both increasing the number of platforms that we support and the capacity. The capacity is one of those kind of next big leaps in order to get this kind of reliability. Then a higher capacity mag is difficult. In during the course of drum testing, we fired over 200,000.
Yeah, we got the early concepts, and you went with a 50-round drum for the concept. What made you guys went to a 60-round for production?
Right, yeah. So the first prototype, well, this is not the first prototype, but for a while they were 50 rounds, and that was a size thing. We're trying to get it as small as possible.
Makes sense.
We decided to try it with an extra 10 and see if we could tolerate it, and that's kind of where we arrived at the 60.
Yeah. So you've got AK mags in here. You've got
that's AICS pattern 5 and 10.
The
Glock mags.
The 17 Glock mag, and then you've got the 19 and the 26.
12, yep, and a 21 rounder up there.
Well, those will be for the 19, the Glock 19 and Glock 26 rather.
Right. Yeah.
The third gen AK PMAG, and then 2016, you guys announced that you got the USMC contract for the MCT mag, which is huge. That's awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you. Yeah, we're pretty excited.
Super cool.
Yeah.
But what's even cooler though is we got a wall over here of some mags from famous people. You've got one from Delta, the Asymmetric Warfare Group, Pat Rogers, God rest his soul, Drake Clark, NSWDG.
That's another one of the Navy SEAL mags.
Yeah, so another SEAL mag. We got Chris McRae, one from The Walking Dead, and then Sergeant Ray Ortega.
Sergeant Ray Ortega actually works for Magpul now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
So I go find your gear, man.
Yeah, the idea here is that like these are all mags that have a story. So like some of them they've actually been doing things and like people use them for years in some cases. So.
Yeah. No, I mean like Ray's mag definitely shows some hard use. And I'm sure it was just as reliable when he retired it as when he pulled it out of the package.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah, Nick, I appreciate it. Thanks for walking us through 10 years of PMAGs.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you very much.
So stay tuned for continuing SHOT Show coverage.